studied about types of motion and non-uniform motion. So this type of graph we have discussed is obtained in a uniform motion, whereas if we talk about the non-uniform motion, a curved graph is being obtained. So let's see what is uniform motion. So what is uniform motion? I told you if a body is said to be in uniform motion if it travels equal distance in equal interval of time. For example, 5 meter in first second and 5 meter in the second second, so on. So such type of motions is known as uniform motion. Next, we have studied about an object is said to be in non-uniform motion if it covers unequal distances in equal interval of time or equal distances in unequal interval of time. For example, if truck travels 40 kilometers, 50 kilometers, 60 kilometers in successive 3 hours. So if distances are unequal in equal interval of time, okay, then such type of motion is known as non-uniform motion. Either it is being given that it might be possible that unequal distances is being covered by the object, but you have to remember that always unequal distances is being covered in equal interval of time. So now next we already studied about distance and displacement. Then we have covered about the speed. What is the speed now? Speed of a moving object travel by it in a unit time. It is a scalar quantity. Its formula is distance upon time. Next, it is a scalar quantity. Why? Because it has only magnitude. Direction is not necessary in the case of a speed. So now, next part is velocity. What is velocity now? Velocity is defined as displacement per unit time. As we have talked about the term, distance is being used in the case of speed, whereas in the case of velocity, we use displacement. It is a vector quantity. It has two types, initial and final velocity. Now, coming to the next part, that is time. Time, you all know that it is not written correct. It could be that speed traveled per unit time is known as per unit distance. Wait a second, I have to correct this thing, that distance traveled per unit speed is known as time. Okay, and its SI unit is second. There are different types of clocks to measure that we have already covered, right?